Hola estudiantes de Colo Colo y la U. I decided to make a video review or recap of what we discussed in class in case you have any lingering questions and want to look over it again. So today we started our Common Assessment prep and we're doing do nows. All 7th grade Spanish students are doing the same do nows. Today we did our first day, which was Ser and Estar. Earlier in the year, if you remember, we created an interactive flipbook that discussed the different uses of Ser and Estar and also had allowed us to practice in them. So please look back to that to refresh your memory, as well as looking at your Common Assessment Study Guide that was on bright yellow paper. The first page is all about Ser and Estar, and of course you can look back at this video as much as you need to. So Ser and Estar both mean to be, but when do we use them? You've been using them since first grade, but we've never had to distinguish when we use one and when we use the other. So let's talk about that again. On the left side, we have the verb ser. Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, and son. So sois isn't on here, but the vosotros form is sois. The acronym to remember when to use ser is doctor. So when you're discussing the date, someone's occupation, meaning their job, characteristics, meaning describing someone as someone tall, short, a redhead, brown hair, nice person, whatever, all of those are characteristics. Telling time, expressing origin, so saying where someone or yourself is from, and also expressing relation. So you could say that you are a student at Curtis, or you could say that you have a sister named Susie. On the other side, we have estar, and the acronym to remember that is place. The conjugations for estar are estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, and están. So again, vosotros estáis is not here, but it is part of the conjugation. Important thing to remember is that the yo and nosotros forms are the only forms of estar that do not have accents. So back here to place. We use estar to talk about position, location, action, condition, and emotion. So up to this point in 7th grade, the biggest things we're going to be talking about are location. So where are you? Are you in Spanish class now, but then you're in math class later? Condition, so like how are you feeling? And are you sick? Is it sunny outside, or is it cloudy, I should say, for está nublado? So those conditions can change. And emotions, happy, sad, angry, whatever it may be. Emotions, generally, you're not an angry person every day, all day. So that's just a temporary blip of the day. Today, on your answer page, you got a sheet, an activity that looked like this. Yours said dia uno, and then you said topic with an underline. You should have written in ser and estar at the top. So the directions were fill in the blank with the appropriate form of ser or estar. So let's go through these again together and just talk about why we use one verb or the other. So first off, we have hoy blank el 3 de febrero. Well, right away we know el 3 de febrero is a date. So if we look at our doctor or place, dates go with ser. So we're going to put in hoy es el 3 de febrero. Número dos, we have yo blank de Chicago, mis abuelos blank de Miami. So whenever we have de Chicago, de Miami, so we have de followed by a location, whether it's a country, a town, a city, a state, it's expressing origin. So again, if we look at our doctor or place, origin falls under ser. So it's going to be yo soy de Chicago y mis abuelos son de Miami. So I'm from Chicago, my grandparents are from Miami. Número tres, los estudiantes blank en la clase de español. So over here, en la clase de español is showing a location, and en tells us in, I-N. So again, expressing location, if we go to doctor or place, location is in place, so it's going to be estar. So you're not in Spanish class every day, all day. You're in it for Spanish, this time for Spanish, and then you move on to your other classes. So it's going to be los estudiantes están en la clase de español. Next up we have a two-part sentence here. Mi hermana blank doctora y hoy blank cansada. So let's split it in half and look at mi hermana blank doctora first. Doctora we know is a cognate, looks similar, sounds similar, means the same thing in both English and Spanish. We also know that it means doctor, so it's expressing a occupation. So that goes with ser. So my sister is a doctor. Mi hermana es doctora. Y hoy, we know means today, blank cansada. Cansada is tired. So it's telling us that just today she's tired. So that's going to be a temporary condition, which falls under estar. So then we would have hoy, mi hermana es doctora y hoy está cansada. So she's a doctor. Today she's tired. She's not permanently tired. Next up, tu blank amable y bonita. So amable and bonita are friendly and pretty. So those are nice characteristics. That goes with doctor. So we have tu eres amable y bonita. Lastly, hoy blank nublado no hace sol. So we know no hace sol is telling us it's not sunny. So this is a good tip that this is a weather expression or a condition. So it's temporary. It's not going to be cloudy forever, but it is today. So hoy está nublado y no hace sol. So I hope this little recap helped you. And if you still have questions after watching it and discussing Sarah and Estar today in class, please either message me or ask them in class. All right, adios.